Hey guys, Drummer Blues. I'm coming at you with just going to talk about scale. And there's a bunch of scale guys that really kind of go overboard on it, and maybe that's the most important thing to them. And I can understand that. More important thing to me is that the figure is a good figure and is built well, and you can transform it without breaking it. That's more important to me than scale. Um, but anyway, that being said, sometimes I think people get a little carried away with stuff because you go onto a site and post something that you're proud of, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of guys kind of jump on you, uh, and then there's like a group of about anywhere from 5 to 10 of them, and they'll just hammer you for no reason, and it's kind of stupid. I mean, that's kind of a childish chicken poop type thing, and I just don't understand. And then they actually feel like they accomplished something, or like they're badass or something, because they got on there and trolled you over a figure. We're grown people, and I don't get me wrong, I was guilty of doing stuff. I was guilty of arguing a lot, but I argued a lot with people that were Hasbro fanboys. That everything that I posted, because I got into third party that they didn't like because it wasn't to scale, or it was MP scale, and they don't like MP scale. They like chug scale. That's fine, man. If you want to collect chug scale, go ahead. But you don't need to dog people because they're not into what you are into, because they don't fit your little agenda. Everybody likes different things, man. I've really tried to change my ways and not bark at people and go off and fall for stuff like that anymore. I've really, really, really tried. So, and I think I've done a pretty good job, because I don't get into those bickerment arguments anymore. I kind of just sit back and watch them now. I used to jump right in and, try to push my agenda that my stuff was better. And you know what? It's really not, because what I might like, somebody else might hate. And I had to come to grips with that not everybody likes the same stuff. And that's just the way to transform. We got into this stuff to collect because some of us, like myself, were poor and couldn't afford a lot of toys. So I got the toys now that I couldn't get as a child, and it's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to have fun with this and enjoy it and collect what you like. And whether it's movie figures or G1 or third party, or who cares, IDW, or Fall of Cybertron, or whatever, War of Cybertron, whatever figs you like, collect them. If that's what you like, get them. Don't worry about what other people think. It's just gotten to the point to where someone bashes me, I just ignore it and move on. And I get mad when I buy a figure like Sunstreaker here, Bad Cubes, and paid $100 for it, when I don't think it's as good as what everybody says. But this is just my opinion. When I got G1 Trypticon reissue for the same price, I spent $100 on G1 Trypticon, which is 10 times bigger than this thing, and I just felt like I got ripped off on this figure. It looks good, it just feels cheap. That's just my opinion. Other people are going to say, nope, you're wrong, Brian, it's not. Anyway, for this scale thing, there's G1 scale is so hard, so complicated. I mean, nobody talks about how out of, at least in my opinion, from what I've seen in the cartoons, how out of scale Masterpiece Optimus Prime is compared to Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. From the cartoons that I've seen, they're almost the same size. But yet, since it's an official toy, and it's an awesome toy, really no one says anything. Maybe the G1 Bible thing of size thing that you can look up. Maybe that's correct on that scale. But as far as the cartoon goes, they're almost the same size. Now, maybe in different episodes he's bigger or smaller, but the death scene when he was around the bed when Prime was dying, they were the same size. So, scale doesn't bug me that much. That's why I have the leader class Jetfire instead of that third party one, Kronos, because Kronos had a lot of things wrong with it. Do I own one? No. But I don't want to spend that much money on something that I can't transform and not enjoy. So I'd rather just have this one in my collection and enjoy it, even though it's out of scale. It's still kind of a leader class, and it's good enough for me. Okay, some people might not be good enough. Masterpiece Prime, some people like this, other people rank on this thing so badly, but yet when it comes to the G1 official toy, they praise it. Oh, that's the best toy ever. It doesn't look anything like MP Ironhide, or not MP Ironhide at all. It just looks like some kind of a abortion looking thing. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Like, I'll probably never get a third party Blitzwing, and even though people hate this fig, which I don't understand why, it's kind of hollow, yeah, but it fits in. I think it fits in fine. It's good enough for me. I'm going to keep this one. I like it. I don't care what other people think. It fits into my collection, just like Hinch, Gears, pretty much the same size as Bumblebee, maybe a little taller. Maybe it fits in. I don't need to go get the other one and spend $100 on the other one when I got this one for $30. To me, it's fine. I don't care. I don't care if it's a little bit out of scale. Look at RC. She's taller than in Masterpiece Bumblebee. So that's fine with me. I don't have to get a Masterpiece or third-party RC to fit into my collection. It's good enough. She's way smaller. Springer was a big robot in the movie, if you didn't notice. And maybe they're not perfect. Maybe she should be about right here. But that's not enough to deter me from getting it. I'm not going to turn down and not at least have a representation of it because it's a half an inch too small. To me, that's not a big enough deal, or it doesn't matter to me that much. Some of you guys, that might be. They set the scale when they made him. That was the MP scale. Masterpiece Grimlock was never in scale. I got the boots on him that makes him a little taller. So now he's just a little bit taller than Optimus Prime. He was never in scale, yet people praise him. Oh, he's the best figure ever, especially the Takara one. Well, he's not in scale. Yet no one says a dang thing. Not very many. They praise him up and down. They'll pay $200 for him. I got the Hasbro version. Oh, it's a piece of junk. It's the same mold. It's just a little thinner. I've transformed him at least 20 times. He hasn't broke. Nothing's happened. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, it's loose. It's a piece of crap. No, it's not. I've seen the Hasbro version, or the Takara version. It's not much better. I don't care what you guys say. It's not much better. I've seen it in hand. I've held it. So, it's just Takara fanboys backing it up, and it's sized to the fans' toys because of the boots. So then you go out and buy the Gigapower one. Oh, it's way too big. Well, you know what? Not to me, it's not. Why do the dinosaurs all have to be the same size? Why can't you have a little variation in them? Not all dinosaurs in life were the same size. They were all different sizes. So if it's a little bit taller, he's about a head taller. That's it. In fact, Grimlock's shoulders stand at the exact same height with the boots on as my Gigapower figure. They're exactly the same height. It's just that he's a little taller at the head. So that's what makes him look taller. The shoulders are exactly the same height. Look, right there, there's no lie. So, well, I didn't get all fans' toys and make it uniform, blah, 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 blah. I like different variation stuff like that. You know, they were complaining because the gold wasn't all the same. I like the variation. As long as it's gold, chrome, it doesn't all have to be uniform. That's when you start getting, to me, that's when people start getting a little crazy. I like different things, definitions, and different highlights on figures. That's why I got this one. I felt that this one was the better figure, better representation, and I liked it more than Fans Toys. And even though it's a little bigger, it doesn't bug me one bit in my collection. I dig it. In fact, I wish they were all different sizes. You know? That's just me. I wish the dinosaurs were all different sizes, you know? So, Swoop, he's supposed to be the smallest one. You know, but yet they got them all the same size. So, Swoop's supposed to be the smallest Dinobot. Anyway, and then, you know, you got people talking about Spinks, how good Spinks is. He's so much better. Spinks is so much better than this one. This is not masterpiece quality. It is too masterpiece quality. It's good. It's a good figure. There's nothing wrong with this figure. I know, I had both. I had Spinks in my hands, and I had this one in my hands. And I chose this version over Spinks because I personally like the colors and the way it looks more than Spinks. Sorry, I know the majority rules, but not in my world. I picked it because I liked it more. You know, I liked the way it looked more. And it scales fine. You know, I won't probably ever get a Masterpiece Blur because I like this one. Even though he's a little bit shorter, I don't care. And he doesn't look nothing like the G1. I don't care. It's a version. I don't feel like going out and spending $100 and something or whatever it is on Blur when I have something else that I want to get. I want to get all the Constructicons, the Generation toys, you know. And all these people talk about scale, you know. Oh well, Perceptor's too big and Blaster's too big. Well, in certain episodes, Blaster was almost the same size as Masterpiece or Optimus Prime. So, and then in other seasons, he's small. He's, you know, he's the same size as one of these car bots. So it just depends. There's no certain set scale on G1. You know, there's no reason to rank on someone or to dog a perfectly good figure because you think it's out of scale. That's your personal opinion. There is no fact to back it up. Even if you got that little stupid chart, that G1 chart, that doesn't, who cares? I don't care if you have that. That means nothing to me. Nothing. I pick stuff because I like it. I pick stuff because I like it. I like it in my collection. And that's what I'm going to get. And if you guys don't like it, I don't care. It's my collection. Keep your opinions to yourself. Shut up. I don't give a crap if it doesn't fit your agenda. I don't care. I mix in Generations and third party and all kinds of stuff in my collection. And I'm proud of it. And I don't give two turds if you like it or not. Piss off if you don't like it. Piss off. I'd say something else, but I got to put this on YouTube. Suck my butthole if you don't like it. I don't care if I lose subs. I'm telling it how it is. It's all personal preference, people. Don't go full retard on it.